What's up, everybody? Time for another Game 3 video. Remember, if you like the videos, like, sub, silly, comment, share, support the channel if you want. I appreciate it. Thanks. Thinking that Akuma just came out, I was also thinking, I've actually never made a video about how I would change Akuma if I was making my own Street Fighter game, which I've made many videos on, right? And this video, we're going to talk about Akuma, and of course, watch the longer videos for me to get more in depth. But this video hopefully will also illustrate one of the points I've always talked about before, is that EX moves suck in fighting games, okay, generally speaking, right? But in a Street Fighter game, if I was making it, I've talked about giving characters actually unique fucking EX moves. And I'm going to show you that I can make Akuma instantly feel more unique than any of this fucking bullshit they do in fighting games now, just by giving him some unique EX moves that actually appreciate the lore of the character. Right? You're going to be, your mind is blown, right? Already. So again, kind of a quick rundown again. You'd have, a super meter, whatever. There's no level 2s, but you get a level 1 super. Some supers can only be level 1. Some supers can be level 3. And one of the important things right here is this, this little meter up here. This is your fucking versatile usages of meter, right? You have an EX move. You have a bar. You can do like an EX move, right? Also, it's also how you do alpha counters. It's also how you can do a delay, get up, wake up attack, whatever. It's also how you can special move into special move. It's also how you can special move into super, takes a stock. It's also how you do the CVS2 cancel, if you want to cancel your special moves, whatever. Point is, and also, again, if you're not at 3, then you can actually be guard broken. You can die from chip damage, right? So it's tied to every single, it's tied to all your versatility, right? Everything. Watch the video, right? But the EX moves is what I want to focus on, right? So of course we have his supers, right? What would his supers be, right? You got the super fireball, air super, right? You got the dragon punch super and his 2 level 3 supers, which we're going to get into more in depth, right? You got the ground pound super and the raging demon. That would be his 2 level 3 supers, right? But how are we going to give Akuma interesting EX moves without making him seem like every other fucking character? Well, guess what? There's already one you could do instantly that appreciates the lore of the character, right? Do you remember how originally Akuma did not get dizzy? And then if you picked like Shin Akuma, you didn't get dizzy. Guess what? One of Akuma's EX moves, you could say, is if he gets hit and he's dizzy, you can waste one of your EX moves to not get dizzy and save yourself. Now, instantly, that is already more interesting than any fucking EX move Capcom has ever fucking done, okay? Especially when you consider that I've said before, if I was making a Street Fighter game, I would totally have it be, to a certain degree, that feel of old school Street Fighter when there's touch of death combos. There's instantly dizzy combos. And if you're playing Akuma, he would have the lowest health in the game and the lowest dizzy meter, right? So Akuma is a glass cannon, so to speak. But guess what? We can already appreciate the lure of the character, that idea that Akuma couldn't get dizzy. So if Akuma throws a bad fireball at the beginning of the round, and this is, a game like Super Turbo, where characters have dizzy combos, guess what? Akuma can try to save himself. He can spend one of his EX bars to save himself, right? That's already better than anything fucking Capcom has done the past fucking 10 years. Whatever. Oh god, Street Fighter 3 is like 20 years, right? You're saying it's better than anything Capcom has done the past 20 years of fucking EX moves, right? But the real gimmick I want to talk about for Akuma, besides that, for EX moves, is he of course has the demon chop, or this fucking, is it called Misogi or some shit like that? I forget what the fucking Japanese is called. But he teleports behind you and he karate chops you, right? And there's also that version in fucking Tekken vs Street Fighter where he comes behind you and he doesn't karate chop you, but he puts your head on the ground and it's kind of a ground pound thing, right? But I'm going to actually put all of these different versions into this, right? And of course, he also has this Hurricane Kick super. Now, of course, there's no point of actually giving him these moves as super, because guess what? He's already a versatile character, right? There doesn't need to be an oversaturation of fucking special moves and super moves, because I've always said, once you start giving a character everything, they become different shades of gray. So that's why we're going to try to do something interesting with these and make these actually EX moves, okay? So what can we do? We have his special moves here. You know, blue fireball, red fireball, dragon punch, hurricane kick, teleport, the demon flip, whatever, blah, 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 right? How are we going to put these, what used to be super moves, and make them an EX move to make Akuma feel unique, right? Well, one, oh wait, why did that go right there? Why is that right there? Well, this is the quality control on the FGC on NBC. I'm not sure why is that right there. Well, again, this is the quality. This, you know what? You weren't expecting someone who edits their videos. So anyway, okay, what do we have right here? If Akuma is doing certain special moves, right, like a teleport or a red fireball or demon flip, whatever, guess what? You can whiff cancel these into this little demon chop thing, right? That's okay. So he already has a unique move there. And guess what that would do too? That would also, if you've ever thought about Street Fighter 4, how Akuma had that, he had the Beyblade kick. I don't remember the fuck the move is called. We're going to call it Beyblade kick. The Beyblade Hurricane kick. Do you know what the fuck I'm talking about? Whatever that fucking stupid move was. Beyblade Hurricane kick, where you could do something like an attack, teleport, cancel into the ultra, and he would do that. So we're throwing a little bit of appreciation to the lore on that as well, right? But then, of course, we have, you know, teleport. You know, now he can save himself from this. He can be doing a combo. Oh, red fireball, I instantly cancel. You're adding execution and versatility into this. Like maybe demon flip is like, oh, do I want to attack Akuma out of demon flip? Or do I have to now respect the punch, the slide kick, the dive kick, and the throw? Because guess what? He could technically phase out after that phases away, then comes down and chops your fucking head, right? Already, again, we don't need this as a super move, right? That's what I'm getting at. We can put this as an EX move, right? An EX move makes more sense for this because you can add a little bit of versatility. You can also have a little bit of random combo video factor for it if you want, right? Now we could also put, how would you put in the super hurricane kick, right? That he flies up. Well, maybe to throw a little bit of love back to, let's say, Street Fighter 3 and special move cancels. Guess what? One of Akuma's things is if you do hit with a special move and it hits the guy with the dragon punch or the hurricane kick, so it could be, you know, I did a sweep into a hurricane kick, juggle dragon punch. Then for another EX bar, boom, I could cancel that, throw a bit of lure of like Street Fighter 3, right? All I do is super. Now, of course, it doesn't do as much as a super, but at least we're giving a little bit of love to that move, right? Did you get what I'm getting? As an EX move, right? We could go a step further, right? And let's say, again, to make Akuma a glass cannon that you could just explode, guess what? Let's say this, right? Say, if we were to go farther, though, this kick, whatever, the upward hurricane kick, whatever, this is the one move that is not a whiff cancel move to go into Demon Chop, right? So that could combo into that, right? So say you did something like Akuma does. Hurricane kick, juggles into a dragon punch. Oh, then I did this, the Street Fighter 3 super. Oh, but then I used another EX bar. I canceled and I came down on you with the karate chop. Now, let's say when you're in that karate chop animation and the guy is falling down, if you recall in Street Fighter 3 as well, you could combo into Raging Demon and other throws from certain sort of back turn animation. So guess what? He's back turned and this counts as a back turn animation. Then guess what? Akuma can combo into his Raging Demon. You've given Akuma, like, let's say Akuma, he is a glass cannon. Akuma can expend all his meter if he gets some big combo, and guess what? He might totally deplete your life bar, just like that. Because you can combo into level 3s. Because what did I say about level 3s, right? To keep level 3s, if you watch this video, or all those videos I talked about how I would change Street Fighter, is level 3s would be the one thing that you don't need to use EX bar to cancel your special move with, and they have like a base raw damage, right? So Akuma, you might explode. Yeah, he used a lot of EX meter. He used all of his versatility, right? And this versatility, like I said, it's important because guess what? If you don't have at least 3 bars, guess what? Now you take chip damage. Now your guard meter can be broken. You can die from block damage, all this kind of stuff, right? So there is sort of a incentive to keep your meter at full because it's also tied to your defensive options. It's also how you do alpha counters. It's also how you can do a delay get up. Because guess what? I like the idea of in Street Fighter, if you get knocked down in the corner and I'm doing whatever kind of trap against you, whatever, and I sweep you or I knock you down or you're blocking, guess what? You got to use some of your versatile meter to get out of my meaty setup, to get out of my trap, to alpha counter out of it, right? Again, that's why I said this is what they should be doing Street Fighter, right? You know, if I could make my own game, I would. It's funny that one guy, some guy recently said that the reason I was banned on Fightcade for beating everybody so much was because they know I was using mods. Are you serious? If I knew how to use mods, are there even mods on Fightcade? I don't know. If I had the brain capacity to know if a mod even exists and how to use it, it's so ridiculous, right? People coming up with any excuse for losing to me in a fucking video game, right? You know what I mean? If I knew how to do that, I would remake my own fucking Street Fighter game. But whatever the case, right? And of course, like I said, to go into a level 1 super from a special move, you got to waste the EX bar. If you want to do a CVS2 cancel, right? You know, super move, special move, that takes an EX bar. If you want to do special move into special move, because think of it, say something along the lines of Street Fighter 4. Oh, I want to make my Dragon Punch safe. Well, special move into another special move, that takes a couple bars. So it's very versatile. But guess what? Akuma has very different versatile usages of his meter compared to the other Shotos. Because guess what? Akuma has the most instant kill combos against him in the game. He is the most likely character to get one-shotted. But guess what? He also has, well, you could waste an EX bar to not get dizzy, which also appreciates the lure if you think about it, right? Like, oh, that's kind of a cute throwback. Oh, you know, that's kind of, oh, yeah, he did have that. So that's kind of a cute kind of throwback, right? And of course, I would say as well, maybe for another EX meter, this only happens if you hit Karate Chop. Guess what? You know what? We'll put in the Tekken versus Street Fighter thing, right? So after he Karate Chops you, if you for another EX bar, guess what? He boom, Karate Chops you on the head. Another animation, he grabs you, face plants you. He does that move, and then guess what? If you want to do another super, boom. Bounces your ass right up, back up after that. Point is, guess what? You have appreciated the lore of Akuma, and you have made, while appreciating the lore of Akuma, you've given the moves versatile usages. Ryu can't have this. Ryu doesn't have moves that work like this. Ken doesn't have moves that work like this, right? Just like you fucking see Street Fighter 3. Oh, God, okay. Or no, Street Fighter 6. I'm sorry, guess what? Remember when it used to be special that Ryu had a jump medium punch that juggled? Guess what? Ken's jump medium punch now juggles the specials too. Oh, guess what? They just put Akuma in the game. Yeah, Akuma has a special move that you can juggle after his jump medium punch now too. Oh, God, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, yeah, you know, Akuma now he has, you know how they give Ryu a palm strike and fucking Street Fighter 6? Well, Akuma has a move where he kind of like, he punches you and it kind of keeps you the same way. Oh, okay. Oh, you know, they give Ryu this like palm strike super where you can combo after it. Yeah, we gave Akuma a punch super where you can, you know, technically combo after it. Shit is retarded. These characters, like I said, they're just different shades of gray, right? It's fucking absolute nonsense. Street Fighter is fucking garbage now, right? There's nothing big brain about Street Fighter anymore. It's retarded, right? And you see the dangers of progression that Street Fighter 6 is not a progressive game. I'm sorry, right? They had a little bit of a chance with, you know, the meter management, but then, you know, supers are generally just combo fodder besides just a few, right? But generally just combo fodder, or in the very minute instance where you're afraid you're going to go into like burnout. So you're like, I'll use the super as a reversal or some shit like that, right? But generally speaking, supers are just combo fodder, right? But guess what? We don't have an oversaturation of supers because guess what? Akuma's already got enough. He doesn't need, like Street Fighter 6, they added this as a super. Oh, they added ground pound as a super. He doesn't need it as a super. Guess what? Just like he doesn't need all these EX moves that are just different shades of gray of different characters' EX moves. Guess what? Again, think about that. We have appreciated the lure of multiple different versions of Akuma throughout this history of Street Fighter, and we have somehow made it all tie in together, that it does not work like any other fucking character. Genius, I know I'm smart. It's my cross to bear. I like I said, I feel like video games, I'm cursed. I'm surrounded by imbeciles, right? Who don't even know what own gender they are every fucking day, right? These are the kind of people I'm arguing with, right? So again, you can watch my other videos about how I would add interesting EX moves. And like I said, look what I did for you. Did the Ryu EX moves I talked about have anything to do with Akuma? No, they don't. Did the Ken EX moves have anything to do with Akuma? No. Look at the Zangief example. Zangief, oh my God, the Zangief is a big brain idea too. Look at that idea of an EX move for Zangief I talked about. Did you think anyone else at Capcom could ever come up with a most incredible idea as that? Sure fucking it doesn't seem like it, right? So again, point is like look at that's cool, right? And you're like, wow, and you're like, again, I'm not super horny about combos per se, but it does show that, yeah, you can make Akuma like, whoa, Akuma can delete you. Now he's got to use all his meter though. And guess what? Remember, after the round is over, the next round, you don't always build up three bars. You used your EX bar to give you almost, let's say, a free win that round. But guess what? After the next round, like I said, you only get one orb back. Maybe two back. I would not give three back though. Maybe two back. I would actually have to play my theoretical game, I guess, so to speak, and see how it would actually work. But I would not give more than two back. And, I kind of go back and forth whenever I've thought about the game in my head. But I would never give three back. So guess what? Because you never give three back, guess what? Akuma doesn't get this instant kill combo, right? Which, of course, he has to land the whole thing, whatever, right? But the point is, yeah, there you go, right? So, yeah. And, of course, it doesn't have to be combos. Like, you could have a little bit of an execution thing. Like, oh, well, Akuma, I mean, I could do, like, again, versatility. Oh, I'm about to throw a red fireball. The guy got scared. He jumped. Boom. I karate chopped him on the head. Oh, I do a stand hard punch that caused a lot of stun on a counter hit. So now I can do whiff cancel, teleport into karate chop the guy. That does a lot of damage. Who knows? Maybe there's some theoretical link that works off it on some characters that you don't have to use a special move, or a super move, whatever. Just like this. Oh, hey, that's kind of a cute way to add in the super hurricane kick for Akuma. A little bit of Street Fighter 3 throwback, Oh, I'm afraid of demon flip. Well, guess what? Oh, fuck, he has the X bar, so I gotta be a little bit careful because he could try to phase out and teleport me in my butthole. Anyway. Remember, if you like the videos, like, sub, silly comment, share, support the channel if you want. I appreciate it. Thanks. The end.